Hello everyone, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. Here I am showing you another spread that I glued about a year ago or so, and I really love it. Again, it's that combination of like turquoise and red, and in this case I'm showing you the water soluble oil pastels. You want them to blend, so you want to get water soluble. You can pick those up at Amazon. That's how I got mine. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you along with me to do a little paint with me, or art with me if you will. And so yeah, I was talking about how I am very interested lately in these color combinations of turquoise and red. And then in the case of this particular piece spread, I am kind of also seeing a lot of pink coming to me, you know. So, and then, you know, you'd think I'd start with the happy smiling lady, but I don't know why. I was really drawn to this guy, and so, and I'm painting him. I feel like the borders, or, you know, kind of he's got a beautiful rug behind him. It's hanging on a wall, I believe, and so I'm picking up the colors from there, and so there's like some gray, some blues, and then I'm even picking up a little yellow, and the yellow is coming mostly from his shoes. He's got these really it's like an orangey yellow shoe, and it's just really cool. I really like them. But I think later on, anyway, I was looking for glue, because the images are beginning to kind of peel back a little bit. The glue is starting to give on them because I use that basic glue. So yeah, so I've got that, and then I've got these colors they're kind of more neutral, natural tones that I'm working on. You know, I use that gray a lot. I love the gray. And then now I'm using that blue, which, you know, that blue is just like a really pretty baby blue. And I don't know why I wanted her to have kind of like bluish hair. It didn't quite work out as well as I thought, and I'm not 100% sure why. Of course, I did put gesso, clear gesso on this, and dried it before I worked on this. So as a matter of fact, I had done the gesso a few days ago, and I blow dried it with my hair dryer. But then I didn't want to work on it right away. I actually did that to several pages, and then kind of just let them dry, you know, with some time. But I first dry them with a hair dryer, I guess is what I'm saying. So and then went back a few days later to work on these pages. So here I am, kind of working some color, some blending. So far I don't feel like I'm getting muddy. I feel like I'm seeing that really cool distressed tones that I like to see, rusty tones, and, you know, colors like that kind of make things look somewhat aged. So I like combining colors, even if they're bright, like in this spread. They are bright, but they're also very, you know, some of them, the tones that I'm using are very neutral. And so it's combining those that it's really interesting to me on this spread versus like the spread from last time, from the previous video. I don't think I used anything really neutral. I was very bright about it, and very yeah, this is still a very bright and colorful spread, but it's different in a few ways. And I think one of the main ways is probably the tones, the neutral tones that I've included in there, mainly the gray, and then there were some kind of beiges. And so, but yeah, especially with that door, there were a lot of gray and beige tones that I worked with, and I felt like that came out pretty good. So now I'm kind of doing a sort of an ombre effect with the heart. I just did that, and so I was kind of bringing in some of that blue onto that side, and but also kind of adding some of the pink, because the image has some pink in it, and I really wanted that to shine, to kind of be a little bit more pronounced. That's another color combination that I'm digging a lot right now, is the pink and red together. I think that's super fun, super cool. So another observation with this spread is the girl on the right, you know, she's got this just smile that, you know, she just seems so happy and peaceful and just joyful, you know. And then on the left side, the guy, I don't want to say he looks sad, because he doesn't necessarily look sad, but he definitely has a downcast demeanor, and he seems more like maybe he's pensive, and so, you know, it's somewhat of a contrast in a way from the girl. And you know, as I was doing this picture, I was thinking about that, and it was interesting to me, because I guess I didn't, when I was gluing the elements on the page, I don't think that's something that I thought. But as I was going back to color it here about a year later, those thoughts came to my mind, because when I'm adding color, I feel like you know, there's some kind of emotion that maybe I'm trying to convey, or some meaning, or just, you know, sometimes I don't really know, honestly, but you know, those things do come up for me, you know, like emotions and feelings, and so yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting, because it wasn't on purpose, but as I'm going, like I said, and doing the coloring now, you know, those things are coming up for me. And so another thing which is a little bit more related to art, is the turquoise color. Not that emotions aren't related to art, obviously, because they super are, but I guess I'm talking more about the technical things now when I change the topic about the color. That blue on the bottom is a Tiffany blue, like Tiffany and Company blue. And the reason I'm talking about that is because even among the turquoise and the blues and the greens, you know, the tones mean a lot. You know, they definitely paint a whole nother picture. So like in the previous spread, I did use a turquoise, but it was a little more green in tone and a little bit darker. Whereas this one, it's a more pastel-like, in my opinion. That's what I see as with the Tiffany and Company, kind of a blue there. So just wanted to point that out, because yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like I think one of the things that I find interesting is that I like to do things, I like to do, you know, like different projects. I know that sometimes people, they find like their niche in doing something like a certain style, which may also, I guess, coordinate with similar colors. Like for example, there's a particular artist that I'm thinking about for junk journals that maybe uses a lot of neutrals, which is really cool. I love. But she rarely, I don't think I've ever seen her do a lot of colorful things, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just not like that. Like I like to do both things. Like I like to make projects that are very neutral sometimes, because they show a feeling of like purity and nature, for example, right? And so I love that style, but I can't just do that style. Like I also have a part of me that wants to do a lot of bright, light, happy colors, and that tends to be something that I gravitate to. But even within the bright, pretty colors, I like to have each project look different. And so I was thinking when I was doing the previous spread, that those were very bright colors also. But, these are more like pastel-like, and they give a lot more way to the pink. And also the emotion in the page, because of the faces and the contrast, I think are real interesting. So anyway, guys, this is what it looks like. And so I'm going to show it a little bit more closer up. I think the lighting in here is a little bit better, or not better, but you could kind of see that the color's a little stronger. It's not quite as light, but anyway, I think they're more true to what's actually how it actually looks. So please subscribe to my channel if you have not. Thank you if you are a subscriber. Give me a thumbs up if you like this project, if you like glue books, if you like paper crafting. And share on your Facebook, share, wherever you feel like you want to do that. And again, guys, I appreciate the time that you've spent here with me. I hope it has been encouraging and blessing to you. And I love you so much. Love you so much. See you in the next one. Bye now.